station, WDWL TV in Cleveland, broadcasting live from Studio 2. We proudly bring you the Two Grumpies, featuring the grumpy old man. Oh, that would be me. And the grumpy vulture. Take your bow. Oh, you're missing the camera. You practice and you still fuck up. Try it again. There, better. Okay, now. Back in your corner. Oh, the camera will see you. For God's sake. There, look, no problem. All right, let me move this. Let me make a quick change here. Okay. Need to make a little... No. Jeez. The tablet is so damn touchy. Greetings, friends. Grumpy is a pissed off grumpy today. Oh, whoop. First of all, you can see how pissed off I am. I forgot the grumpy glasses. I always forget. This is part of the persona. There. You know, I have to say, it was very interesting. I watched a video on YouTube Monday morning. Don't ask me why I watched it. I click on this YouTube video, and it basically, the title was UPS, 3 arrested. Now, I don't know why I watched it, but the 3 that were arrested had a real gimmick going. They were stealing iPads. The Apple Store in their area would drop off iPads, all right, iPods, everything. They were going mainly after iPads to be shipped out to customers. Well, these guys were opening the boxes and stealing the iPads out of the boxes and then just closing the boxes up. They had stolen about a dozen iPads. Now, here's how stupid they were. They have to take their backpacks and put them on an X-ray machine. The backpacks are X-rayed as they enter work, and then they are X-rayed after they leave work. Of course, the people that are doing the scanning are not paying that close attention. But the daily videos of the X-ray machines and the employee standing there, because the camera shows the employee putting his bag on the belt, it goes through the X-ray machine, he picks his bag up, he clocks out. These weekly videos are then reviewed in the IT department. How they figured they weren't going to get caught. But they did. Unfortunately, they had sold off the iPads to anybody that basically wanted one. And they didn't want to turn in all their, their friends and their friends' relatives. It was like, hey, I got you an iPad, half price, a couple $100. Don't ask any questions, So they get caught. And they get fired. Of course. They were prosecuted, and they ended up having to make restitution. So, I kind of forgot about this UPS theft until today. A friend of mine who is a law enforcement officer out west goes to the equipment auctions. The last time he went, he bought several of the Panasonic Tough Pads. The police, like this, because he sent me one. A Tough Pad. It weighs about 5 pounds. You could drop it from a tank, Well, he recently went, and they were auctioning off the Tough Books, which are the police in-car laptops. And he got them for a hell of a deal. And he told me, he says, hey, they all come without hard drives and no operating system. He said, I tell you what, if you want one, I will obtain a hard drive and put an operating system on it. Because I know you had mentioned your laptop is giving you fits. So I asked him, I said, oh, how much is it going to be? Funds are tight. He said, it's a gift. Because his father and I have been friends for eons. So, he's smart enough, he takes a picture of the serial number on the back of the Tough Book, and he sends it to me. He said, here's the serial number for your records. He shipped it UPS at my request. So today, I get a package from UPS, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, this doesn't look like a Tough Book. A Tough Book should have come in a box, yai by yai. This is a rectangular, long, skinny box. And I was like, no, something ain't right here. Not to mention, it only weighed like 1.5 pounds. So I opened it up. Inside the box are about 15 of those forensic rods that they use for trajectory of bullets. Knowing he's in law enforcement, I was like, oh, I guess he's screwed up the shipping labels. So I emailed him and I says, you'll never guess what I got today. And he emails back, well, you got your Tough Book. No, I got forensic trajectory sticks. He says, you got what? So I took a picture. I said, did you happen to maybe put the wrong shipping label on the wrong box? He says, no. He says, I did send a friend of mine those trajectory sticks, but I packaged them 2 days before I packaged your tough book. But he took everything to the local UPS ship center on the same day. Well, I says to him, how did you happen to package my tough book? He said, well, I put it in a USPS priority mailbox with a lot of bubble wrap. I sealed the box, and then I wrapped the box in a black plastic garbage bag to make sure it didn't get damaged or get wet. Oh, well, someone took either a pocket knife or a box cutter, cut the shipping label off of the tough book box, and taped it to these forensic trajectory rods. The guy that was supposed to get the forensic trajectory rods got nothing. So, somebody took the label off this box, destroyed it, taped the shipping label from my tough book, shipped me trajectory rods, and evidently made off with the tough book. Because the ship center where he took it to is the only one that knows what's in that box. So evidently, there's some not so honest employees that work at that ship center, because he ships out all the time from that particular ship center, and they know he's either shipping tough pads, the tablets, or the tough books, the laptops, because of the weight and the size of the box. He always packages everything in the same size box. The tough pads, since they're not that wide, they go in a smaller shipping box, and he puts the tablets in a little larger box. Not to mention, he's been buying and selling these auctioned off tablets and laptops for several years now. So his local UPS store knows exactly what's in those boxes. Needless to say, Grumpy is really pissed off because I have no use for forensic trajectory rods. Not to mention, that was a gift. He sells these. Now, I don't know what he paid for it, but he is out that money. Not to mention, he bought a hard drive, and he had his computer man put Windows 10 Pro on it for me. Talk about thieving assholes. See, I know that this switch couldn't have happened at a transfer center, because I had a friend that worked at our local UPS transfer center in Middleburg Heights. The stuff comes off the truck. It goes on to numerous conveyor belts, which then redirect to whatever state they're going to. There is no way, first of all, someone is going to know what's in that box. And second of all, there's cameras every fucking place inside that transfer center. They would see somebody cutting a label off and taping it to another box. So it had to happen at the original shipping point. So tomorrow, he's going to go up. But in the meantime, he told me to file a claim. Because if my Tough Book got sold to somebody, it's gone. So at least, you know, he told me, you can file the claim, get paid, and cash app it out to him. Which I have no problem doing, because he deserves his money back. But I hope they catch the thieving bastard that had the nerve to do this. Because it had to be done at the point of origin. The way it was sliced off real quick. Oh, you can, it's as jagged as hell. Somebody was in a fucking hurry. They either used a razor knife or a box cutter or a pocket knife, chopped it off, slapped it on another package and taped it, you know. What is this world coming to? Especially, you're going to steal and lose a great job at UPS with the wages they pay and the benefits. Don't people think this far ahead? Do they think they're going to get away with it? There's cameras everywhere. See, the way the three guys got away with stealing the iPads is they were all wearing hoodies. So what they did was they took the drawstring and they cinched it tight. And then while they were loading the iPads into a trailer, they quickly cut the box open, took the iPad, dropped it down in their hoodie, and then when they went, you know, on their break, they went over by their locker, which is out of, you know, there's no cameras in the locker room. They took the iPad out, dropped it into their backpack. Now they know when they are leaving work, that backpack is getting x-rayed on the way out. They got away with stealing these iPads for a week. Then when the IT department reviewed the week's worth of x-ray scans in and out, that's when they caught them. But by then the damage was done. They sold them off. The one kid said he literally had a list, pre-sales. He'd get home, he'd make a couple of phone calls or send a few text messages, and they were gone that day. To lose your job over a couple $100. Because the one kid said, I was only getting $150, $200 per iPad. These suckers are $1,100. And of course, somebody that wants a brand new iPad for 150, 200 bucks, man, they're going to snap that up. Because, see, nothing's registered. No serial numbers, nothing. They're brand new out of the box. So until somebody uses it, then it acquires their IP address. And Apple is so tight with their security, they don't give police departments their serial numbers. No. Even though it was brand new from the store getting shipped out to a customer, Apple said, nope, you're not getting no information. No serial numbers, nothing. No. You know, Steve Jobs was tight-lipped about stuff like that. And, you know, originally it was his fear of maybe a preteen or teenage girl getting tracked by her iPhone or iPad, you know. So that information was always kept top secret. But a brand new one leaving the store being shipped to a customer, and you're not going to help the police? No. Out of the 12 or 14 that were stolen, I think they only recovered 3. But the court made them pay for all 14. And they didn't split it up amongst the 3. You know, you pay a third, you pay a third. No. Each kid ended up paying like $12,000 or $14,000 in restitution each to teach them a lesson. The only sad thing, if I never get this Tough book, it was almost brand new. It only had a total of 170 hours of use in a 4-year period, because the police department renewed them every 4 years. Because my buddy's son said, "Oh, I got you a good one. It must have been a spare that they kept in a storeroom." Because he says some of them that he sells have thousands of hours on them. This one had 170, period. He even sent me pictures. It looked like brand fucking new. So what do I have? I have pictures to look at going, "Oh, this would have been nice on my desk." Not. We got our fingers crossed that they're going to get it back. But we seriously doubt it, because it was probably pre-sold. And I also told him, I said, you know, you need to change UPS shift centers. And I would never again tell a clerk what's inside the box. They don't need to know. As long as it's not an explosive. Now, it does contain a battery. That they have to claim, that it has a battery. he doesn't have to say what the battery is in. There's some document they have to fill out when you're shipping something with a battery, even for a new cell phone. But he does not have to declare, oh, it's a police laptop or it's a police tablet. All he has to say is it has a battery. But using the same ship center over and over, he did say, every now and then they say, oh, I sold a bunch of laptops this week or a bunch of tablets. Anybody that works there on a regular basis is going to know what's in them boxes. The sad thing is, my laptop was the only thing he shipped out that week, along with the forensic sticks. So Grumpy got fucked. We don't think we'll ever see it. But I'm going to file a claim and see what happens. I've got all the documentation. But typical Murphy's fucking law. If it's going to happen to anybody, it's going to happen to me. Oh, I was so pissed when I opened that box. And then the email, he sent back. You got what? In big capital letters. What? I said, I'll send you a picture. He says, I didn't send them to you. So then I asked him. I said, how did you ship that laptop? He said, well, like I shipped the tablet. Because when I got the tablet, it was inside a post office priority mailbox, and it was wrapped in black plastic to keep it from getting wet. He said I shipped the tablet or the laptop the same way. I wrapped it in black plastic. And you can see how jagged it is. Somebody was in a fucking hurry when they cut that shipping label off. And then taped it to this box. The only thing is, we wonder where the shipping label went for this box. Big deal. Forensic trajectory sticks. I opened it up and I thought they were arrows. I was like, what the fuck's he shipping me arrows for? And then I looked and they were threaded and I went, oh, I know what these are. I watched CSI and the first 48. I know what those are. They're bullet trajectory sticks. Yeah, they're the ones that they stick through the bullet hole to see what angle it was fired at. I don't need forensic trajectory sticks. I told them I'll ship them back to you. Grumpy doesn't need to be marking any bullet holes because I don't have any bullet holes to mark. I could make some, maybe shoot the wall, shoot through a door, go, oh, this is how they... Yeah, when I picked that box up, first of all, I looked at it and I went, do these things like fold up? And then I picked the box up and I went, something not right here. Then I opened it. And I was like, arrows? What did he send me arrows for? And then I looked at the tracking number. Tracking number's correct. Address is correct. His return address is correct. The only thing is, it says weight, 8 pounds. These weigh like 1.5 pounds. That should have been a dead giveaway right there. But see, the delivery, my UPS man, they have no idea what's inside a box. None. It's not like if you ship something with a freight company, they get a bill of lading which says, X, Y, and Z is inside this box. No, when you ship FedEx or UPS, even the post office, you don't have to divulge what's in the box unless it's a battery. Then they put a certain label on it. An orange label denoting it's got a battery in it. That's it. So Grumpy is the victim of an in-transit theft. I was really looking forward to that police laptop too. Yeah. It would have been a nice companion to my police tablet. And with my laptop getting ready to take a shit, it would have been a nice replacement. Even though it weighs as much as a Volkswagen, but oh well. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. How somebody could be that brazen, knowing there's cameras. Now, I don't know how many cameras are inside of a UPS ship center. They might not have as many as they have at a transfer station. See, I've been in the Middleburg Heights transfer station. There are fucking cameras everywhere in that building. And it's multi-level with conveyor belts. And there are cameras everywhere in that building, except the locker room and inside the trailers. So these guys thought they were smart as they were putting the stuff in the trailer to ship out. They stole them from in the box, shoved them down their hoodie, and then went on break. No cameras in the locker room, so they put them in their backpack. Not thinking the backpack is x-rayed as they come in and as they leave. A tablet kind of stands out. And like the one police officer said, even if you would have had your backpack lined with lead, that lead plate would have stood out. They were like, how come we can't see the interior of your backpack? Oh, you lined it with lead. Oh, those x-ray machines they could tell if you got change in the bottom, pens, pencils, yeah. So here, it's going down the belt, goes through the x-ray machine, and oh, well, look, there's this rectangular item in there. Yeah, of course. When it got to its final destination, they noticed, these boxes are empty. But see, they already caught. Sooner or later, it would have been traced back. Because they would have checked every single transfer station. But the guys had already been caught. But is your job worth a couple $100 per iPad? No. Not to mention, it's a felony. Now they're felons. You know how hard it's going to be to get a job being a felon? Companies today, they do fucking background searches like crazy. Not back in my day. You walked in, you filled out an application, you got hired. Now you go through background checks, drug, alcohol check, more checks. By the time they get done, they know your blood type and how many hairs you have on your head. Oh, companies don't fuck around today. They check every employee out. Maybe not as thoroughly as places like FedEx or Amazon or UPS. But you get checked out nowadays. Friend of mine, his son applied for a job, and it was a manufacturing company working back in the warehouse. When he was interviewed, the guy from HR said, "Boy, you like to drive fast, don't you?" And the kid was like, "Oh, what do you mean?" "Gee, you've had 5 speeding tickets, 2 tickets for running a stop sign, and 1 for a red light." The kid almost fell out of the chair. "Yeah, they check you out today." So to go through a vetting process like that with UPS, and then to fucking lose your job because you're a goddamn thief. And it will be even harder for them to secure a job because the charge is going to show as theft. Who wants to hire a thief today? Nobody. But I hope they caught the thief that stole my Panasonic Tough Book. I was looking forward to that. Especially, see, we had a substitute delivering today because my UPS man would have rung the bell and waited until I come to the door. This guy left the package outside the door. But I got an email that said, "Your package has been delivered." Oh boy! I almost broke my neck coming around the corner in the kitchen. Oh, it's here, it's here. Then I opened the door and looked out and went, "What the fuck is that?" Then I picked it up and I went, "Well, something not right here." Then I opened it. Nice, white, forensic trajectory rods that thread together. Oh, I could make one that goes from here halfway down the street. I don't have use for forensic trajectory rods. I have a use for a laptop, especially an ex-police laptop that was specially done up for me with a hard drive and Windows 10 Pro, because the ones he ships out are just reconditioned and wiped. No hard drive, no operating system. So on top of what he paid at auction, he lost the money he paid for the hard drive and the operating system and the computer guy to do it. As pissed off as I am, I feel sorry for him. Because I offered to pay for it. He was like, no, don't worry about it. It didn't cost me that much. Well, yeah. Maybe he bid $20 a laptop, because he usually buys them in lots of 50. Because he goes to all the police auctions out in the state where he's at. But I know a brand new hard drive is probably about $75. And he probably paid $100 to a computer guy, maybe $75 to have an operating system put on it. That's all money out of his pocket, trying to do me a favor. And then some rotten fucking thief steals it. And see, there's no lock code. You turn it on. Bingo. It boots up. I put the lock code on it when I get it. Otherwise, I couldn't get into it. So, yeah. Whoever stole it, all they got to do is push the button, turn it on. But see, these thieves, they don't think that way. They don't think, oh, some poor old son of a bitch on Social Security is getting this as a gift. There went my Christmas. And his, because I'm sure he feels worse than I do. But I wouldn't want to be the guy at the UPS ship center tomorrow morning when he walks in the door. Because, see, he happens to be a highway patrolman for the state that he's in. Yeah, he's a state trooper. So, somebody is going to be shaking in their boots tomorrow when he walks in the door and goes, hey, someone stole that gift. And I'm sure everybody will go, oh, not me. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed. They got some good fucking cameras in that building. I would just love to watch the video of the asshole cutting that shipping label off. Because I guarantee He probably took it out of the box, disposed of the box in the dumpster. And then put the laptop in his backpack, because almost everybody carries fucking backpacks today. Back in my day, we carried briefcases. I still have all three of mine. Oh, yeah. Grumpy was a big shot. Go to work with my briefcase. With my lunch in it. No, I had other stuff, but yeah. Yeah. I looked nice and official walking in, suit, tie, briefcase. Because, see, back in the day, I had to wear a suit and tie when I went to work. So I figured the briefcase was just a nice accessory. That was when I worked for the county. Then later on, I carried a duffel bag later on. I never liked backpacks. Not to mention I've had a bad back for years, so I can't use one anyway. But yeah, these kids today, they all got backpacks. And who knows what's in them. But somebody had my laptop in it. I guarantee. Only thing I would hope is maybe it short circuits and electrocutes the son of a bitch. You know when you ship a trusted carrier like UPS and FedEx, Amazon, you wouldn't think this shit would happen. But it's more prevalent than we know. Like I say, those three guys got caught early in the year. Somebody had just posted it to YouTube. But it showed how dumb these young kids are. And they know. They're standing there as their backpack goes through the fucking x-ray machine. How fucking stupid can we be? Did they really think they were getting... Well, they got away with it for about a week and a half. Yeah, I bet come Friday they were like, oh, we got away with stealing them 12 iPads. And then Wednesday the following week it was, come on in to the conference room. We got some police officers that would like to talk to you. Then the jig was up. And oh, one kid folded like a cheap suit. Oh. They no sooner read him his rights and he went, I did it. The officer was like, you did what? And then he explained, me and two other guys, we stole iPads. Matter of fact, when they got done interviewing him, the cop said that was the fastest I ever had somebody admit to something in my career. Yeah, he was scared shitless. They read him his rights and he went, I did it. I hope the asshole that stole my laptop folds that fast. I hope they got him on video. I'd like to see it. Because he was in a hurry when you ought to see the jagged edges on this shipping and the plastic bag on the back. Kind of hard denying it. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get it back. Maybe I won't. And see, my buddy's son feels bad. He goes, I'll get you another one. I was like, no, don't worry about it. I got the tablet. But I know the way, I would almost guarantee he's having one done up now, just in case. But that's not the point. You don't fucking steal from your employer. But it had to happen right there at the point of shipping. There's no way it could happen at a transfer station. So, we got a good starting point. And let's pray that they have good cameras. And they catch the asshole that stole it. Because my buddy will prosecute, believe me. Oh, yeah, being a state trooper, yeah, he'll prosecute. I wish I could be there in court. Just to face the son of a bitch that stole the laptop. The greedy bastard. How many people want a police laptop? It's not like a MacBook Air. It weighs about 8 pounds. It's like armor plated. Not something I'd want to lug around all day. But he stole it. Somebody wanted it. If not, if not him, he probably had a buyer all lined up. Was probably sold the night that he stole it. So, I will keep you posted on the theft saga. And we'll see what happens. I'm not expecting much. But I am keeping my fingers crossed they got some good cameras in that ship center. Because I guarantee that's where it happened. It's not like they got rolls of tape in the transfer stations. And there's too many cameras. So there's some son of a bitch in there that's a fucking thief. And he stole from Grumpy. I should sick the vulture on him. Let the vulture bite him right in the nuts. Because he's got that hooked beak. Oh, that would fucking hurt. Yeah, the hooked beak. You got a hooked beak, don't you? Yeah, here. Come on over here. Let's do a profile. Look at the hook on that beak. Oh. Latch that into somebody's nuts. Yeah, I bet you'd like to go out there and do it too, wouldn't you? Yeah, back in the corner. You're getting too much video time the way it is. Here, turn, look at the camera. So, that's the saga of Grumpy's in-transit theft. And here I am with a shitload of forensic trajectory rods. that I have no use for. Oh, they're nice. Oh, they're nice white fiberglass. Oh yeah, they look impressive. I don't have any use for them, but I've got them. Well, not for long. He's sending me a shipping label to send them back after my local UPS out in Middleburg takes photos of the chopped shipping label with part of the plastic bag still attached to it. You'd think the guy would have cut it off nice and neat. No, there's a big section of black plastic bag still stuck to it. He didn't even try to cover his tracks very well. Oh well. Like I say, if it was going to happen to anybody, it was going to happen to Grumpy. I live that Murphy's Law type of life, you know. Well, let's play our outro. At least that will make me happy. And friends, from the Vulture and I, we will meet again tomorrow night. And with that, I bid you a wonderful good evening. Chat with you tomorrow. See ya.